Hello guys, Cliff here. Welcome to my channel. Uh, this is a review channel. I'll be reviewing a lot of things from articles to blogs to music to anything across the board. For anything, like I'm into hip hop, I'm into poetry, I'm into rock music, I'm into politics, I'm into. I'll be covering everything I can possibly. So first reaction will be a song done by Linkin Park. It's called "In My Remains." It's a pretty amazing track, and I feel like most reviewers who do song reviews tend to focus mostly on. I think like before anybody does, I don't know, but from my perception of most reviewers is like they want to have that wow factor where they they react to a video or a song together with the fans, like live stream. So there's that like there's that emotion to it. But I feel like when you do that, you kind of because you're trying to pay attention to the song and you're trying to grasp everything, because music for me personally, I think a song is made up of three components. It's like execution, you have what people call cadence, execution, cadence, or whatever. You have what, lyrics, and then you've got delivery. So I feel like most reviewers focus on the delivery and the cadence aspect of things. Some will focus on the lyrics, some will try to dive into the lyrics to find out what they simply mean, and then try to mash up everything in in 4, 5, 10 minute video. But for me, basically, I just want to focus. I've listened to this track like several times from the time the album came out. But for me personally, I learned something new every time I listen to the song. Especially that I focus more on the lyrics. Yeah, I like the beats, I like everything. It's typical Linkin Park, but anyway, let's get to it.
I can't concentrate, searching for a message in that fear and pain, broken down and waiting for a chance to feel alive.
Alright, so without diving to the actual lyrics, like opening up a tab on my browser to look at the actual lyrics, which you can do for yourself in your own convenience, because I don't want to force my impressions on you, but I'll just give you a brief summary of what I think the first verse was alluding to. So basically, what the Chester is trying to say here is that he's trying to he's basically talking about what everybody in this world goes through. We're trying to figure our place out. We are trying to like map our only place in this world. I said for people who are highly gifted or creative or unique, there's always this strong urge to go with society, and then you're trying to figure yourself out. You're trying to try not to be too different where you don't alienate yourself, and then you're trying to just fit in and try to go with the flow. So basically, in the first part of the song, this person is trying to figure themselves out, and they're trying to find where they belong. Do they are they where they're trying to find their place in society. Basically, it reminds you of that song by Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, by the way, we won't do the whole song. We'll just do the parts, because this is not beat or kind of reaction. We're just looking at the lyrics on your own. So this reminds me of the Machine Gun Kelly song where Hotel Diablo, and there's a verse where he says trying to what does he say? He says something about trying to figure out place, trying to find my own place in a world with no place, with no space. I tried to find a place for myself in a world with no space. So basically, that's what this song is saying. But then it has a twist, and I think this is what most people should take into consideration when they live life, or they're trying to fit in, whether it trying to fight through depression or whatever it is they're going through. This is something most people have to figure out, and this is what he alludes to in the song. Now in my remains, he's talking about now he's dead. Promises that never came. So by promises he means potential. When you say that promises that never came, things I couldn't live up to, things I couldn't do when I was alive. So basically he is talking about potential. So it's like I was saying, annoying thing about life is, as you're trying to figure yourself out, time is moving. So you have to be financially stable. You have to do all these things in life, and then you mess up one thing, and it could ruin your whole life. So this is what he was trying to say. As you're trying to figure yourself out, time does not wait for you to do that. It doesn't give you the leisure to experiment, and then you have to know what you're doing. So you cannot be afraid. You cannot, or you can be afraid, but just the clock is ticking on you. So as you try as you procrastinate and you get scared and you hide in your little hole, bear in mind that you will be in your remains very soon, or there will be your remains very soon, which is your death. The silence free to wash away the worst of me. So by worst of me, what he's saying is that let's look at the person as both good and bad, right? People, we all add to something, whether be it how we interact with our friends, the community, or our family. We bring something, we offer something to the world. So basically, human beings have got a list of potentials that they have to. So if there are only two things about life: you're either fulfilling your potential or you're being a burden. So what he said, to wash away the worst of me. In my remains are promises that never came. That's what he said in the first part. He says, in my remains there are promises that never came. So what he's saying is that he didn't fulfill certain potentials. So what that means by not fulfilling certain potentials, he went the reverse or the other way, which is being a burden or being the worst. Because if you're not fulfilling your potential, you're dragging people. You not necessarily intentionally, but you're not being a light. So if you're not being a light to this world, you're basically, you're not useless, so to say, but you're not doing your part. We all have a part to play. You just can't be this thing that exists. That's what he's trying to say. So to wash away the worst. So the death is washing away the aspects of him that were the waste, the unwanted parts that he accumulated, instead of him being remembered for the good things that he did.
Come apart, falling in the cracks of every broken heart, digging through the wreckage of your disregard, sinking down and waiting for a chance to feel alive.
Alright, so this is I'll end the song right here. So basically what he's saying in this part is that he's trying to fit it, and then he's being rejected. So if you remember the first part, there are two things to everything, right? So in the first part, it was him trying to find his own place, and then when you're born, you find people already exist into this world. So basically, as you try to find your own place, you're trying to find your place amongst other people. So when they or amongst communities or people you identify with. So when they reject you, it kind of stagnates your potential. That's if you especially for extroverts. Introverts are comfortable with themselves. So basically that's the summary of the song. In a nutshell, all he's simply saying is that as you try to figure yourself out, don't focus too much on the world, because what happens is that you will die. You will die. Eventually you will die, and in your remains will be all, like Jordan Peterson says, children are nothing but potential. So in your remains will just be all this untapped potential, and what you have is something that is basically corpse, which is useless. Yeah, so thank you guys for the reaction. Check out the song. I think their whole catalog, like for Living Things, the album, it's really an amazing album. I wish I could do more, but I just wanted to focus on the lyrics, especially the first verse, the chorus, and the last verse. If you love the song, you can listen to it on Spotify. Just type in My Remains, Linkin Park. Whether you like rock music or not, this is. I think people. The other thing I can say is that people tend to judge music on, like I said, there are three aspects to a song for me. There's this execution, there's delivery, and there's lyrics. So I feel like people will listen to for such music, they'll just look at that. It's a noisy track and they won't give it a chance, but give it a chance and you'll like it. Anyway, guys, thumbs if you like the channel, and make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, and then I'll do more. I'll react on different things. I think a lot of things have been happening in the world, from COVID to PlayStation buying Bungie, Xbox buying Activision. So I'll try to cater to as much as and the Pope talking about one world religion, whatever that means. So we'll be covering all sorts of topics. And yeah, just leave comments and then tell me what else you'd want me to react on. Thanks, guys.